Hey there everyone, Natalie here. Today we're going to be playing a level by Danielle, Sleepgirl, sometimes Sleepy Sleep Girl, called Hey in a Needlestack. We've played this before, but she's made a bunch of revisions to it since the competition, and we want to see how it plays with those revisions and give her some feedback. So as I said, we played this before, so we're going to be giving feedback mostly on revisions. Alright, we don't have a sword. Check the map. We don't have a map. Okay. So we have the same thing where we start up on an invisible conveyor. I do wonder if it should be visible if we're going to have the conveyor, because the player might as well know what their problem is here. That said, if like you really wanted to have this prettier look, because this is beautiful, we can understand why you would not show the conveyor there. Okay, so we're gonna do the roll thing. Now that's different. So when we hit the chest, it magically turned into a bouncy, and we're kicked back. So let's roll in here again, and then we're bounced into a spiky thing. I like that better. So before, after the thing would trigger, you'd immediately be dumped into the hole over here, and you didn't really see much of what happened. With this setup, where you go and you open the chest, and it boops you back and makes you kind of think for a second afterward, and if you roll into it again, and when you get up there and hit the little spring, you get booped into the little, the blade trap, and that kills ya. So you see everything that's happening. The one thing that I'm not liking about it is that going from the old style, which was the goal is really to open the chest, to the new style where the goal is don't accidentally open the chest, this roll now feels really bad because it's like, okay, good, I didn't hit it. And you're gonna have to do that over and over after doing a bunch of rolls. Also, that could happen, which is not great. I think my suggestion would be just nix the conveyor. You don't really need it anymore. Like it was really funny when rolling into it and then accidentally opening the chest, which you saw that you did, is what triggered the event, but that's not what happens exactly anymore. Now you roll into it, you accidentally trigger the chest, but you have an opportunity here to let the player decide to open the chest. So you might as well get rid of the conveyor, let them just walk up and decide to open the chest. And then they learn don't open the chest, right? And then they should still fall into the second part of that troll. So I think just nix the conveyor, and that will help a lot. Maybe you can redo in a different level the whole conveyor to get into a chest where you're accidentally opening the chest situation. I'm not sure if it would have even been possible, but maybe we can... Yeah, we can also kind of get around that. And... yeah, some of that's kind of monkeyable. Anyway. Not sure if it matters that it's... you can kind of monkey around it, though. But yeah, I think just get rid of the conveyor on this, and then this whole setup is way better. And you don't have to worry about it being invisible, because there's no conveyor anyway. Alright, let's go in the hole. And now let's die. I want to see how easy it is to intentionally just roll 5 times and then get into the hole, and how long it takes. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3... about 3 seconds, but then I accidentally open the thing. See, that'll be frustrating, I think. That's... I just needed to hold right a little bit more to be able to do that without thinking. Because when you're doing the run back, you don't want to have to think very much about what you're doing anymore. So throwing this does the same thing. We'll leave that. I tried picking this up a little earlier, just on quick test. I know that's all the same. This is the same. This screen is now, because we're doing this, and it's, oh shoot, I just saw. Oh, and I think that goes really well. Let's try this again. So I'm trying this from like first timers point of view. Alright, so I think at this point the player is probably still a little like, ugh. Okay, so they know that they can stop here safely. I'm not sure why you put the lantern here instead of here. It would better show the door right here. Alright, then we go in. So this is beautiful at what it shows. It's really clear that something goes in that hole and that we probably want to go in that hole. You can really see that it's opened the thing at the bottom, but I think for most players walking into this, especially without a map, they may not have put together, hey, I just went around in a circle, even though you just made them do it. They still may not have figured out, I went around in a circle and this is the room in between the things. Being able to come back out, I think helps with that some. Not allowing them to get to that door at the top. That, I think, is a mistake. Because, and it's shut right now too. I'm not sure why it's shut right now, but I guess you wanted to force a one-way push in here. But it seems like this is the perfect opportunity to have this open and have the door that's above them be open. I mean, I know that this is a complicated room to make all the magic happen in one little place. Like, if they had the opportunity to go ahead and come in here and then walk out the top door, nothing says, oh, I could just go in this wall more than that. Okay, so yeah, what we were saying is that it feels like if we could go in here and then leave out the top door, that would ensure that the player knows for sure that they could come back in. That seems to have been the real trigger point for most people. While I feel like this, it's easy enough to miss. Let's see what happens when we come around. Yeah, like if you could reveal it over there somehow, like double reveal it. We just had an idea. I don't know if it really works, but because we're doing an explosion there, the explosion could open a cracked wall. Would that do us any good? Like if it was a cracked wall on the inside? Huh, what if that one was a cracked wall just like the bottom one is? But on the other side of the cracked wall, it's always open? Can we do a cracked wall closed on one side and then the other side be a hidden door that's open? I'm not sure. I feel like you can do that and that might work out. Alright, go. So let's assume at this point that they have figured out to go here for the door. And they didn't bring the skulls. Alright, so it's really clear that their goal is down there. I think another thing I was thinking is if you can trigger this room differently when you enter from the top than from the side. Oh, just once you hit this. Yeah, okay, then those fall down. But see, this door is shut, so like you almost get nothing from it. So maybe if this one is just always open on this side, that would have given you access to this door. And if this door is always open, I do see how This setup is good though, because when we come in here now, there's only 2 ways that we can go. And the first time we'll try this, and you're definitely dead. You just fall right on a spike. There's nothing you can do about that, so you know you don't want to fall inside that. And then the next time, that is annoying every time I have to do that, by the way. The next time, you know, you can't go here or here, but it's really clear. You're going out here. They'll probably die the first time they walk out here as they absorb what they're doing, which is good. And then out here, I'm not too sure what the behavior will be. I mean, we've seen what it looks like a few times, and it seems to be pretty good. All right, let's go on down here. Yeah, okay, good. And now we have a whole... I went up on an obvious conveyor. Maybe if it's not too difficult, shut off the conveyor once, yeah, shut off the conveyor once... Yeah, that all feels really good now. Once the, what do you call the pressure plate thingy? The puzzle plates, or whatever they are, is done. So you fall here. Oh, but you want the conveyor to turn on to move the thing out of the way. You could set up like just a... If you've got room to set up something to turn it off after a second or two, that would be good. We have thoughts. But it's pretty easy to walk around. So it's maybe just overboard to do any of that. I mean, you can let them be stupid, I guess. Seems pretty stupid. Okay. Alright, so now we can experiment with these other doors really easily. And we have a good chance of first walking into this one because we're right there. And we can see the checkpoint. And grab that. And then we'll do these other things. So we're going to check this door. We're going to fall in a hole. Yep, this looks like it's about the same setup. I don't know if anything changed. I love that one so much. They're just... crack! Hold on a second. Okay. And then we want to go check this one out. See if that changed at all. I feel like I saw this... Who was playing? Wes was playing this. I saw Wes play this part. And the heart... I don't remember how it looked before, but it feels like it looks better now. Like it's more clearly a heart. I assume this is the same, but let's test it. I wonder if there's anything else that you could put here instead of the bomb that would be funnier. Just a thought. Okay. And let's go ahead and see if anything's different here. Help, 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 help. We found a... Oh, that's right. I totally forgot that eventually opens up. I was thinking we had moved in a way that screwed something up. I really like the way that works, actually. I don't know what's more funny, having you fall in the water or not, but it feels like there's a high chance that the player is going to miss out on the troll to the left because the cloud doesn't get there in time if you're trying to run really quick. It's gonna get you to stop, to make you stop. And I don't think you want the player to stop. So it feels like the cloud should get there sooner, or I don't know why we have the cloud exactly anyway. Other than to see like the arrow, which I think a player is... I don't think the player is going to see the arrow until they're like right up on it anyway. And then the cloud's probably there their way. With the way that's set up, at least. Okay. So now we're gonna be like, what if we... Oh! Oh! I'm just thinking if it's funnier that the fire comes back and when it should come back. Because it's gonna feel really dumb if the player does this. Oh, not that. No, that was done, but not for the reason we were thinking. There's a little weight right there, but it's only a little weight. I think it's totally fine. Alright, so we get that happens. We come here, we open it, and now this no longer stops, and we might not realize that. So I wonder if having the fire come back even really makes sense. I don't know. I know that it worked pretty well on me the first time. It definitely gets me to rush. But I think it rushes people into the right answer while opening this. And not having the fire might rush them. Like, let them feel unrushed, and then they just go ahead and let that spike hit them every single time. The first time, I mean. Every single first time, maybe. It would be good if we had enough people that we could A/B test it without that and see what happens. I think you added a little delay before this pops down, and I think that's good. I love how sus this room is. If you could change the lighting in here, if we could make it so that the spike down here has more lighting on it than other stuff, I feel like that would get attention. So if you can put some invisible lantern up here that reduces the light, just reduces it a little, and then that one is glowing so that you're really seeing the weird spike thing down there that you're paying attention to, that might be good, because I think you're wanting to draw players' attention down there, but because the lights were off and then they turned on with everything all at once, I think it's easy to miss that down there. Okay, camera. And go boom. Okay. Alright, and then this time we're like, let's try pushing it. Okay, that's all the same. Because all that stuff really... all of this room lands really well normally. And then players typically see the answer really quick too. So I don't know if you even had room to make any changes. Ooh, the conveyor shows up really clearly afterward. I like that. I don't know if it was like that the last time we saw it, but you definitely like that. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's not even in the way right now. Okay, so we're gonna stand where it looks like we shouldn't stand. I don't know why sometimes we go off and sometimes we don't. I guess it just depends on the positioning. But I think after doing that once, like, that's really clear, especially with everything lit up here. I think that helps a lot. You made that easier. And I think that's great. Yeah. That feels a lot better right there. So does this pull back at all? It does. But if you push it... Yeah, the timing's a lot better on that. Pulling it, it's like, yoink! I won't let go. But pushing it, you're like, ah. Unless you didn't do that and this has something to do with some change that Julian made. You see that? I don't think this could possibly be your fault, but look at it. The door is behaving opposite of how it should. It didn't do that at first. What on earth? Oh, now it's good. I'm confused as to exactly what you did to make this work, and why it just now did the weirdness. Look, now it's not opening. Oh, it opens when you step off it. And then you actually have a good amount of time to do it, so long as you pushed it. Yeah. Like, I don't have to try really hard. So I think that's something you did on purpose with it. The only problem I see with it is it looks like it's not gonna open. But it's so... You gave so much time that I could almost come off and go, oh! Huh, let me try that again. Whew. Wait, I think I can make this. Yeah! I think that setup works. I don't know how you did it. It looks... It's confusing the way it's working. But it actually works a lot better. Let's go... Scary. Let's go do a die. I want to see if there's anything different over here in the portal, because it takes us back to the main room. And we're just instantly dead. So we show up right on top of that thingy. And we probably actually got killed by that earlier on, with the new setup you have. Oh, yeah, so this thing that you did with the lighting is what we were saying maybe you could do with that other room. This really shows what we're supposed to be looking at. The spikes immediately drew my attention. I really like that. Okay. And I know there's been problems with this room. That was all in me. Lights are kind of out. I think one thing I was saying is that, no, I don't know. It looks really obvious that that's there. I don't know if maybe you want to add to the little spiky box down there, like a hammer next to the spikes or on the spikes, like falling on the spikes, falling on them repeatedly or something. Like it could be like appear, fall, trigger a pressure plate, disappear, appear, fall. I don't know. If you needed to spell it out entirely, but it's pretty clear. Well, it seems pretty clear. Don't go in the hole. That's the same. I just realized something. Is this new? That's so weird. It's got like a symbol in the hole. It looks like there's something down there, but you just can't fall to it. Is that like tracks that you drew on? What makes it have that weird swirly shape? Alright, so we'll try this side. And we're okay. And we weren't running or anything. That was good. Back here. And you got the light glowing on the spikes in the same way you had in the other. Like, it's really familiar. We're just thinking, like, what if you had to hit this setup. Sketch. So what if when we walked out here, instead of having, I don't know, this is really up to you. I mean, it's all up to you. But instead of having those spiked things down there, where it's exactly the way the other room looked, move that up here, and have it surrounded by arrows, just like the other. I think you can still have the pressure plate visible in that situation. And then maybe it's even more clear that when the player hits the spike, it's what we want, and all the arrows can go poof as well. I'm not sure if that's any better. Oh, that didn't work that time. Am I supposed to be able to just walk up through there? Yeah, as long as you just keep going up the conveyor, you're fine. Okay, let's go on down here. I think we get a CP. Boom. The bomb hammer is more obvious without the this all looks more consistent. The bomb hammer is more obvious looking the way you've done it now, where it doesn't have the traps. It made sense having the traps there before, where it looked like they were like almost in a box to highlight them, but they definitely seem more highlighted this way. Yeah, like that really stands out. Really. And they stay here too, don't they? Well, I guess until he dies? And you can't intentionally go the wrong way. Or accidentally go the wrong way. I wonder... if it would be good if right here, there was a delay that you can set up before it starts hitting the thing with the bombs. The first bomb kind of like happens instantly as the screen is loading, and you miss it, and things may be happening too fast. Maybe if you can slow that process down a little, it's more clear. We just got a checkpoint, so having that little wait, it's not that big bad. And I think you're going to give us a checkpoint once we fall down. So I don't think the wait, making the player wait more, is a big problem on this one. I think giving them more time to process what's happening is a good idea. Maybe try just, you know, taking the trap. The trap? Yep. Yeah, whatever. The trap that's inside my neck. What do you call these? These are called... blade trap? No. Arrow trap? Let's call it an arrow trap. The bomb trap. Just lower its speed? Maybe that's better. Because I don't think the weight's a problem, because we have checkpoint, and then we're gonna have checkpoint again, like, almost right away after finishing this. I wasn't even clear if that was 2 hits just now because of the thingy. Yay! And you gotta give me hearts for this, and those just stay there. I think having them stay there is totally fine until it's time to clear it up and we're at our next phase of everything. I want to test something. Was that closed? So we can go in here right away. I don't want to checkpoint there yet, though. This level really is a pleasure to go back through and like test everything out. Testing. Okay, good. Sorry, I just took in my volume. Yeah, we get that almost right away. You can't miss it. How does all this look? So, this so clearly looks different. And if anyone's thinking about pushing stuff, it's just so clearly different. Alright, let's see what happens with... I just stopped and thought about it. So, clearly, standing still doesn't make sense. Grab it. Feels like things happen a little fast there to understand what's happening. I'm not sure. But it does still have that obviousness of go around it. Grab this. Or at least that seems really obvious. To me. So it's really clear that we need to go that way. What does it say? I love that. It's just an arrow. Like, here's your hint! So, does this catch our attention up here at all? It doesn't. The one thing I'd say, like, with the setup the way it is, as far as the troll goes, like the traditional troll concept, it does not pull off a reveal right away of what the right answer is. And at this point, we may still be thinking we need this and might be trying to get it. Did you hear that little... Did you know that can happen? You can step onto a plate and get off with it making a noise. That's I feel like that noise is only happening when I come off it, so I won't notice it by stepping on it. I'll only notice it by stepping off it. Look at that. I never noticed this either. I don't know if this is new, but you actually bump up as you go across the plate. So there's ways that you can see these pressure plates now. I kind of like that. So I know that I've got to push this because it's different. I don't know if anyone else is going to figure that out. If there's any reason to not let them push this, okay, but maybe just let them push this one too so they can hit either this or this? Just wanted to see what that did. And now there's no sign behind it to like tease you and draw your attention away from the solution. So I think that's good. I still feel like you're gonna end up with a bunch of people who... This even has height to it. You see that? Look at that. There's a little bit of height to getting on these. I never noticed that. I don't know, maybe it's new. Anyway, I do think you're gonna still have people not knowing what they're doing. So you have to be in a little bit of puzzle mode to solve this. Which maybe that's fine. I still think that we're figuring out what makes sense in Questmaster for trolls. This is well placed, you can see that, and we can see that there's a hidden platform that the arrow is very clearly pointing at. I think this is a solid hint, and it's totally valid. Unlike what some people might say. And it doesn't reveal the rest of the pathway. So they will almost certainly still do this. So the problem I have with this is this worked really well on me. I went, ah, and I stopped. And I noticed that, aha, now that gets, is that what it always did? Is that what happened to me the first time that happened? The conveyor? Alright, so the only problem here is that maybe they don't figure out keep pulling it. I think I had that problem at first with the original setup. Guts. This has guts. Oh no. What happened? I do believe I am soft locked here. And that something might be broken. I can't push it forward anymore. I can only pull it toward myself. Alright, so let's do a retry. Oops, that is in an unfortunate location. Retry. Hold on a second. We should report this as like feature request. Pressing start, left, should not be report a bug. It's too easy to get there, and it makes it harder to hit retry. If you just hold it down for too long, actually, you end up over in the wrong spot, where it feels like if you just hold left, you should land on and stay on retry. Hee hee, it's not a feature request in here. Alright, let's retry. Alright, we're going out here. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna try this again. And what I think is supposed to be the right way. Help, 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 help. So that's actually really easy to make happen. Is it possible to even do the right answer? I don't think so. Maybe there's a moment in there where it's still like you can walk out, but it's whatever. Wait, can we push that pillar at the top now? No, you can't get around it to push the pillar. I think we always end up in this now. I can't even get to the part of the stage where this doesn't happen, I think. I wonder if this was working for you and then an update, like the update that just came out recently, broke it. I don't think there's any way for me to, not let that happen. The reason I'm still trying to get this to work is I want to go look at the hint room and see if that changed at all. And I think that's the only way to get to it. Alright, I need to let it poof and then keep dragging and then, like, try to escape after the poof. Did not make it out. Yeah. I think that part's just broken. I can only make it tighter. This is my new world now. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move on past this part. Okay. Actually, I heard a beeping. So you've got a bomb here? No? Where's the bomb? What is beeping at me? Hear it? Beep, beep. I don't know where that bomb even is. But it's distracting. It's making me think something's about to happen. Is it some little trick you did to make a bomb go beep so that I'm like, ah, I'm gonna stop right here and then get hit by the spike trap? Maybe that's it. Or not spike trap, what are those called? Okay, this is different. This new carpet is different. This still is a good reminder that, hey, you have a hammer. So I don't know if you have this set up with an order, but if you don't want it to do the order thing, where it pops up the 1, because I think I've seen that confuse people where they see 1, okay, and that confused us the first time too. Oh, okay, this is number 1. What's number 2? And then they're like, oh. Oh, that was good. It shows that there's the little pressure plate under it. But we got like a correct sound and everything. And we have numbers. I feel like it might be good. If it's not good, let me know. But it might be good to change this so instead of this one kicking off the number condition 1, it has an output of one of the shape switches, like a shape output, and then off screen the shape output combines with like a torch or something, and that has the 1 condition on it, so, or 1 output on it, so that way you hear the ding ding saying, yeah, you found a little secret, but you don't have the 1 pop up. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. I like the timing on that. The timing on that's so good. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to try just putting it on. Okay, so we still get this, which is neat. All right, and then hammer on pedestal. Looks like it's the same. I think everyone's going to eventually do that to die. And I think everyone has figured out that they just need to go, at least eventually. We went in the hole. Spike ate me. Hey look! I can't even go to the other room now. Was that intended? Well, hold on. What if I hold to an angle? Like, I'm holding left now. Oh, you have a conveyor there. So can you go in that door only the first time? Basically? Like if you avoid getting the checkpoint? It looks like it. I think that's good. And yeah, you cannot miss the crystals now. So let's see what they look like when I whack it. You cannot miss that. Unless you're Steve-O, you cannot miss that. We win! No, that wasn't world record time. Alright, so there's our thoughts. We do think like a ton of improvements were made. Clearly, you put in a bunch more work on it. It's awesome. But yeah, like, feel free to take in what we said and ask us for more feedback if you want. Otherwise, it's pretty good the way it is. All right. Oh, except for, yeah, definitely you need to fix the soft lock thingy. All right. Okay. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Love you all. I guess I'm putting this on YouTube, so like and subscribe, hit that bell and whatnot. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.